Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And in today's video, I wanted to give you guys a T-Mobile network update. Neville Ray today spoke at a conference, and he addressed the network and gave some updates. And they're not much different than what he talked about during the earnings call, but I do find it very aggressive rollout, what they're planning on. Of course, sometimes you write checks that you can't cash, and that's what he may be doing. So we got to hold him to it and see if he can actually meet this time frame and see, make sure that the network team can actually back up what he's talking about here. So again, right now, I've stated it many times. We've talked about it in previous older videos. T-Mobile's main focus right now is getting the cell sites upgraded with 2.5. So that means a complete layover with these new massive MIMO 2.5 panels. Those panels can do split mode, but for now, until they come up publicly and state this, for now, we can say the spectrum is going to 5G only. I know there have been some markets that have been spotted where it is showing on LTE and 5G, but we don't know officially because T-Mobile has not stated it publicly. But of course, we will keep track and see if that becomes more and more the case in other markets where this spectrum is popping up. Then we can say, okay, this is the case. They will use the split mode and they will split up the spectrum between LTE and 5G. But for now, there could be several reasons why they're doing it. It could be that specific market has an abundance of 2.5, or it could be that that's literally the plan. But in order for me to say it, I'll rather wait until we see it either more or until T-Mobile comes out and publicly says that they will use it for 5G and LTE. But for now, early on, they are under promising and over delivering. That's just something that T-Mobile does. I've stated it in other videos. So they are now saying they can do 700 per week, 700 upgrades with 2.5 per week. And then they would like to be at 800 sites by the fourth quarter, which is another 100 increase from the 700. Now, is that really a phenomenal pace and where they want to be at? No. It is a great pace, especially during the pandemic, but where they essentially want to be at, hopefully next year around Q2, is 1,250 sites per week. That is the ideal pace that they want to be at. That will allow them to complete 5,000 cell sites per month. Neville Ray is stating that he wants to be at a very solid 2.5 percentage in 16 months. So he's given it 16 months until he can really get that 2.5 out there to where it's noticeable on a larger scale. Right now, people are questioning like, hey, there's 700 sites per week, but I'm not seeing it. We're seeing it pop up from what people are actually spotting. But I can tell you guys with confidence, there's many more sites that have already been upgraded that people just haven't seen yet. They haven't spotted them. So it's happening. It's happening. But again, I wanted to read this quote for you guys from Light Reading. I will leave the article in the description down below so you guys can check it out in its entirety. And then again, here you guys see it says Ray wants them to be even faster and is hoping to get that number to 800 upgrades per week. And I just stated that's the ideal one where they want to be at is 1,250 sites per week. And it says, and while he admits that this is very aggressive, he notes that at least with the 600 megahertz spectrum, his team isn't building new towers, but instead hanging radios and adding antennas to existing infrastructure. So essentially that's what it is. Like I said, they're doing the layovers of the 2.5. It's happening pretty quickly and they're making it work. So that is definitely a great achievement that they're doing, and they're trying to make it to where they can have a very high percentage of 2.5 within the next year. Of course, they're not going to be fully completed, but within the next year, they definitely want to make it work. So again, as I continue, his team isn't building new towers. As I stated, for this 2.5, they're merely doing a layover, but they are building new sites for the 600 megahertz spectrum. So let me continue here. With the 2.5 spectrum, the process can be a bit more time consuming because with those sites, team members are also adding power and in some cases backup power sources. The work can be done in just under 10 business days, depending upon the complexity of the site. So again, you know, that's meaning and stating that that the sites can cause some complications every now and then. As I've stated, there might the backup generator might be late, the fiber might be late. So there can be some issues now and then, but they're saying just under 10 business days. That's pretty fast in my opinion, but you know, it's still time consuming. You're still spending 10 days at the site. So definitely keep that in mind in case you're in an area where you're thinking, okay, let's get this up, let's get this there faster, or if you're seeing sites that are just taking too long. There is a 10-day period of physically having to upgrade the site. And then after that, there's optimizations that can also take a very long time. So I just wanted to leave you guys with this network update. It's progressing. They're getting up there in percentage. But again, just keep in mind, it is going to take some time. I think the 16 months that he's stating in the article, and like I said, you guys can read the article in the description down below. I think that is very ambitious, because we really don't know what the turnout is of the pandemic. We could still be dealing with it in Q1 and Q2, maybe not to the extent that we are now, but there could still be some slowdowns and stuff. So we never know, but just keep all of that in mind. So if you have been on the channel, you can go ahead and end the video now. If you are new to the channel and you want more updates like this, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when I do upload content. Also follow my Twitter, so you guys have two options to get the notifications pushed in case one or the other doesn't push it out in a timely manner. I've been getting emails saying that YouTube is late on pushing them out. It may not be the case for you, but the people that are emailing me, it's the case for them. So make sure to follow my Twitter as well, so you guys have the two platforms to pull the notifications from. And this is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.